Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affair MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, recently the World Energy Employment 2023 report has been released by which of the following? International Energy Forum, International Association of Oil and Gas Producers, International Energy Association or Council for Environmental Quality. The correct answer is option C, International Energy Association. Recently, the International Energy Association released the World Energy Employment 2023 report. According to the report, global employment in the energy sector grew by 3.4 million over pre-pandemic levels to 67 million in 2022. Global employment in the energy sector grew by 3.4 million over pre-pandemic levels to 67 million in 2022. The report mentioned 5 major sectors of the energy industry that led to maximum job creation post-pandemic. These sectors were solar PV, wind, electric vehicles, and battery manufacturing, heat pumps, and critical mineral. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the fractals in the context of quantum physics. 1. A fractal is a pattern that repeats forever. 2. Fractals are useful in modeling structures. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Physicists use the fractal geometry approach to study quantum systems. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. In essence, a fractal is a pattern that repeats forever, and every part of the fractal, regardless of how zoomed in or zoomed out you are, looks very similar to the whole image. Hence, statement 1 is correct. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. Fractals are useful in modeling structures such as eroded coastlines or snowflakes in which similar patterns recur at progressively smaller scales. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Sophisticated Analytical and Technical Help Institutes, that is SATHI. 1. It is an initiative by the Department of Science and Technology. 2. It aims to set up a shared, professionally managed science and technology infrastructure facility. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the centers moved to cancel a call for proposals under the Department of Science and Technology's SATHI program has sparked fears among higher education institutions. It is an initiative by the Department of Science and Technology to boost access to research and testing facilities and address problems of accessibility, maintenance, redundancy, and duplication of expensive equipment in institutions. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It aims to set up a shared, professionally managed science and technology infrastructure facility which can be readily accessible to academia, startups, manufacturing units, industries, and R&D labs. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. The facilities provided by the SATHI may be utilized by any user or organization upon payment of nominal charges. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. 1. It enables a small borrower to borrow from selected public sector banks only. 2. Any Indian citizen who has a business plan for a non-farm sector income generating activity is eligible for Mudra loans. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister said women entrepreneurs are accorded first priority under the centre's flagship Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana scheme. It enables a small borrower to borrow from all public sector banks such as PSU banks, regional rural banks and cooperative banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, microfinance institutions, and non-banking finance companies for loans up to rupees 10 lakhs for non-farm income generating activities. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Any Indian citizen who has a business plan for a non-farm sector income generating activity such as manufacturing, processing, trading, or the service sector and whose credit need is less than rupees 10 lakh can approach either a bank, MFI, or NBFC for availing of micro units development and refinance agency limited loans under PMMY. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is recently seen in the news. The term scattered spiders is best described as which of the following? Hacking group, new species of spiders, private intelligence gathering community, or US Air Force squadron? The correct answer is option A, hacking group. Recently, the Federal Bureau of Investigation issued a warning to organizations about a hacking group called Scattered Spiders. It is a hacking group notorious for invading various organizations across the world. The hacker group is known by other aliases as well, including Star Fraud, UNC 3944, Scatterswine, and Muddled Libra. The members are as young as 16 years old and primary English speakers. They break into the IT environments of victims, exfiltrate as much valuable data as possible, and then demand payment to keep a lid on that information and not leak or sell it. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is sometimes seen in the news. The rhododendron is the state tree of which of the following Indian states or UT? Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, or Ladakh? The correct answer is option B, Uttarakhand. The rhododendron blossom is one of the Himalayan region's numerous jewels. It is a representation of grace, tenacity, and cultural value. It is a genus of flowering plants that includes over 1,000 species, including trees, shrubs, and creepers. They occur in a variety of habitats, including alpine regions, coniferous and broad-leaved woodlands, temperate rainforest, and even tropical. They are also known as laliguras in the local language and is the national flower of Nepal and the state tree of the state of Uttarakhand in India. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following statements regarding the exclusive economic zone. 1. It was adopted through the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. 2. It is an area of the ocean extending up to 200 nautical miles, that is 370 km immediately offshore from a country's land coast. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, Australian naval personnel allegedly sustained minor injuries after unsafe and unprofessional conduct by a Chinese warship in international waters of Japan's exclusive economic zone. The concept of an exclusive economic zone was adopted through the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Hence, statement 1 is correct. EEZ, as defined under UNCLOS, is an area of the ocean extending up to 200 nautical miles immediately offshore from a country's land coast, in which that country retains exclusive rights to the exploration and exploitation of natural resources. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Other states have the right for their ships and aircraft to traverse the EEZ and its airspace and to lay cable and pipelines. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is sometimes seen in the news. Kanyakumari Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which of the following Indian states? Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, or Andhra Pradesh? The correct answer is option A, Tamil Nadu. Recently, a team of scientists from the Botanical Survey of India have reported the discovery of 2 new plant species from the evergreen forest patches at the southern end of the Western Ghats. The new species, Musianda conferta and Rungia longistachya, were discovered during recent explorations by BSI scientists. Musianda conferta was discovered in the rocky areas of Kanyakumari Wildlife Sanctuary and is related to the Musianda hirsutissima family. It prefers the vicinity of rocks in the high-altitude grassland ecosystems. Kanyakumari Wildlife Sanctuary is a protected area in Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu, with high biodiversity. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following statements regarding the Central Adoption Resource Authority. 1. It is a non-statutory body. 2. It works in accordance with the provisions of the Hague Convention on Inter-Country Adoption 1993. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the Supreme Court questioned the great delay plaguing India's adoption regulation body, the Central Adoption Resource Authority. It is a statutory body of the Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It is designated as the central authority to deal with inter-country adoptions in accordance with the provisions of the Hague Convention on Inter-Country Adoption 1993, ratified by the Government of India in 2003. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is the nodal body regulating the adoption of orphaned, surrendered, and abandoned children in India. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the International Organization for Migration. 1. It was established in 1951. 2. Its headquarters are located in Hague, Netherlands. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the International Organization for Migration said 662 illegal migrants were rescued off the coast of Libya. Established in 1951, IOM is the leading intergovernmental organization in the field of migration. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The IOM defines the term migrant as a person who moves away from his or her place of usual residence, whether within a country or across an international border, temporarily or permanently, and for a variety of reasons. Its headquarters are located in Geneva, Switzerland. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It currently has 172 member states and 8 states holding observer status. India is a member of IOM. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the Technology Development Board. 1. It is a statutory body. 2. It consists of 11 board members. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, to bolster the micro, small and medium enterprise sector in India, the Technology Development Board and the Small Industries Development Bank of India have formalized a memorandum of understanding. It is a statutory body constituted under the Technology Development Board Act 1995. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It aims to promote the development and commercialization of indigenous technology and the adoption of imported technology for wider application. The board consists of 11 board members. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Which of the following is the origin of the Narmada River? Amarkantak Hills, Tamia Hills, Omkareshwar Hills, or Mandu Hills? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.